And welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templar. So, we need to fix this machine. And the easiest way to do it, if I remember right, is we need to get this guy over here to put down his little bit of wire.
No!
While he's sneezing.
As soon as the old guy looked away, I grabbed his piece of wire.
Booyah! Alright, so, now we have a bit of wire, and we can use the wire on the fuse in the dishwasher, which is really unsafe. Very, very unsafe.
I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I knew about standard safety precautions. Excuse me, Mr. Leary.
Because basically
no problem.
Bingo! And a blessing to all the saints. A free half pint to that man on the house. Now,
half
could you
pint?
take a look at the beer pumps?
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
If you can't fix them, I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
So, yes, it's, it's really kind of tricky as far as... The reason why you don't want to use a wire as a fuse is because the fuse is designed to... The fuse is designed to burst and break the connection if there's too much power going through it.
And heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
No, you just unlocked the gate from upstairs. But, and the piece of wire will will keep that current going even if it's too much, and therefore it's an extreme fire hazard. So don't replace fuses with wire no matter what you see in a game, just don't do it. It's a bad idea.
I lifted the trap door and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor, way too far to jump.
Yes. Oh,
Excuse me.
Hi!
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera. It was Khan. What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate
really?
accident.
I didn't see anything.
What about the boy?
Nope.
He doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities. Not enough genes to go round. I prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy hurt?
Oh,
bad?
good.
He's been taken care of, but he thinks he dropped a small parcel. You didn't
Oh,
happen to find
no.
it, did
He
you?
didn't.
If I had, I would have taken it to the police.
He wouldn't have
Of
dropped
course.
anything.
Thank you.
Well, that was eerie. Not every day that you come face to face with a
Now I
killer.
could see. I spotted Mr. Leary's flashlight easily.
Yeah.
Then I noticed a flash of light. Something sparkling beneath the
Really?
open trap door.
Hey, all right.
It was Peagram's gem, all right. A large... I guess I was all...
Did you find it?
What?
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way.
No.
You're not old enough.
We can sell it and make some cash.
Forget it, kid.
Not gonna
I couldn't
happen,
betray
because
Mr.
you
Leary's
don't want to
trust.
sell it, you
I
want to
could.
drink it.
For sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me
Well,
a favor,
maybe he
keep a
does.
lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay.
We're not gonna, no,
But it'll
we're
cost you a packet of chips.
okay,
Oh, and
that
shout
I'll
when you see
do.
that Ferrari.
Now I do remember a few things. I need to turn on the water.
The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
Ew. That's not good. And we need to, basically, we need to dampen, we need to soak the towel. Because we're going to need a source of water later.
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
And just put it right back in his jacket. I don't understand these people putting wet stuff in their coats. Alright, so we need to... Now we need to get into the actual dig site. Hi.
Hi, it's me again.
So I see. What now?
Did you
Did
see
you
a...
happen to see a red sports
Yeah.
car down on the road?
I caught a glimpse of a flash of red on the hill and heard the racket. Sure, it was an awful noise. A sports car, you say?
A Ferrari,
Yeah.
to be exact.
A racing car? And what was it doing here? The poor fella must have been lost.
Probably.
The driver of the Ferrari was involved in an accident.
Is that so?
Accident.
He knocked somebody down outside the bar.
What an idiot! How could a thing like that happen?
He was traveling too fast.
So fast, he ran right under the car?
I mean, the car
No,
was traveling too fast.
But you'd have thought the idiot could have heard it coming.
Maybe you know the guy who was hit by the Ferrari. His name is Sean Fitzgerald.
Oh, I know
Do you?
him all right.
Yes,
That's
good.
my nephew,
Do-
the
I get-
idiot responsible for the stacking of my hay cart. Was he killed by the car?
Oh, no. But he has been abducted.
Well, that's a relief now.
Aren't you gonna go and...
Aren't you going to look for your nephew?
Really?
What for? From what you say, it's too late.
Well, you could report the matter to the police.
Better not. Besides, what could they do?
Well, they could mount a search.
They
Yeah.
have only the one bicycle between them.
Oh,
In a
good
question of
grief,
superior
really?
Acceleration, I put me money on the Ferrari.
Come
I
on.
think you ought to know exactly what Sean has gotten himself into.
I'm not sure I want to know.
But you're his uncle. His own flesh and blood.
You're right, but what can I do? If I'm not here to guard it, some idiot might try to climb the haystack.
Who
What
would
a
do
moral
such a
dilemma.
thing?
Stay here and guard this potentially lethal agricultural construction, or to go off in search of the prodigal nephew, the very man responsible for said hazard? It'll need some thinking about.
Why, there's no problem.
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of it before? We'll demolish the haystack.
No, no, no. You go.
You don't have to demolish the haystack to go look
You
for
go,
Sean.
I'll stay here.
in your place
Yeah.
and warn anyone who's silly enough to climb it.
Marvelous. I think I should start me inquiries in the bar.
That was the last place he was seen.
He strode off in the direction of McDevitt's bar, leaving me to contemplate the stack of hay.
Yeah, I think you've contemplated long enough. Climb it, Georgie boy.
The stack of hay stopped, short of the top of the wall. Even if I stretched as far as I could, the wall was out of reach. What I needed was a slice or two of Alice's Wonderland.
No, 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 no. You just need a long piece of pipe. Long piece of metal to stand on. That's all
I
you need.
inserted the end of the lifting key in the mortarless crack and gave it a firm shove. It remained lodged in the wall, jutting out to form a
There
step.
you go, George. See? Yeah. Oh, now this is where I think they have drastically changed things. Because you see, you used to have to, you'd have to basically try and get down here and wait for the goat to oh, no. No? You used, oh, I don't remember how it goes now. You basically you had to like get him to jut
The rope by
and
which
then
the goat
move
was
that,
tethered
and
had
it was
become
a
tangled on the
tricky
old plowshare.
it was a tricky puzzle, really. It was, you had to time it just right. But thankfully, with the director's edition, they took care of that. They got rid of that and said, no, 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 nothing so silly and absurd. All right, so, we can pick stuff up. What is this?
As I dipped my fingers into the soft white powder, I realized
Cocaine!
what it was. Plaster of Paris.
Oh,
I'd used it in kindergarten to make casts of animal paw prints. Behind the altar was a carved panel decorated with animals, birds, and plants.
right. Okay, but how do
I
we...
tried in vain to move the panel.
Okay, so it won't move. What is this? This is...
I placed my fingers and
Oh,
thumb
okay,
into
so
the
that's
holes
a
in
group
the
of
wall.
holes.
Nothing happened.
And if we look, there's a stone here with that same design. See, there's, yeah, the back of a statue.
The statue was too heavy.
That's fine. Pick it up, because now it's left the imprint.
As I swung the stone upright, I noticed it had left a pattern of holes in the
Yeah.
sand.
You see where we're going with this? We're going to take some of the plaster of Paris. We're going to pour it in there, but it needs water to harden.
I sprinkled the plaster on the sand until the holes were filled.
But thankfully, we have a wet towel. And just a few drops will do.
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster.
Yep, and that should set it. So now...
I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand.
Yeah.
It had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
That's great. Now, take the copy of the statue, put it in the holes there, and...
The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, then silence.
And then the grating of a... That's not silence, George. That is like the opposite of silence. And we have the flashlight from the bar. Montfaucon. That evening, back in Paris. Oh, we're playing as Nico again. I don't think we have anything new to do with that, do we? No, we do not. Can we call, what's his name? Andre, was it? I think it was Andre. Monsieur Labanneau.
There wasn't anyone that I knew.
No? No, Monsieur Labanneau.
I had messages.
Okay.
You have 3 messages.
Hey, Collard, it's me, your favorite editor. Guess what? I'm gonna give you a second chance. I need somebody to write the TV column. Pays lousy, so what's new? If you're interested, drop by the office. In fact, drop by the office anyway. We have to talk, Nico. That story of yours I spiked. It won't go away. You've made some dangerous enemies out there.
Hey, Nico, it's your old pal. I mean, your new pal, George. Whoa,
Right.
Ireland. It's a whole different country. And I got some amazing news for you. Gem of a story, in fact. Oh, gotta go. Yeah, fella here's got a drink lined up for me. See you tomorrow, Nico. Slonsha. Yep, only here for a day and I'm speaking the lingo like a local.
Mademoiselle Coulard, this is Imelda Carchon. I wanted to
Right.
thank you for being so understanding when... Come to lunch, why don't you? Tomorrow.
Sure, no
I might have more
problem.
news. There's a Monsieur Merlon coming to see me this evening. He says he knows why Pierre was murdered. In fact, he'll be here shortly. I shall let you know what he says. Goodbye, dear girl. Till tomorrow.
Merlin?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's not
God.
good.
Merlin's the killer. I'd better get over there and mourn her now. When it came to being
Or
two-faced,
call
Imelda was up there with the
her.
best. I owed her nothing.
You
I couldn't
have
just let
a
her die.
phone.
I arrived to find the Palais Royal courtyard deserted.
Alright.
I only hoped that I'd beaten the assassin here. I had to warn Imelda before it was too late.
Alright, so, that's a good chunk of the story. We're done with, we got through Ireland. We're back to playing Nico and coming back to try and beat the killer to his next target. And we are all out of time, unfortunately, for today. As always, thank you so much for watching. And stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio. Oh, what the heck? X-Bling. Because, you know, you gotta have that bling when you go to the bars. So we're gonna say pick topic, we're gonna say space to the project. And speaking of other versions of Doc Savage,
Did you know that he has been featured in both Marvel and DC Comics?